Hello and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Palm Desert. We're so grateful you joined us today to have a spiritual uplift and listen to some wonderful music. We know that wherever we are, God is, so we celebrate our divine nature in this beautiful environment. And now I'd like to introduce our guest artist.
Well, hello, good morning, Center for Spiritual Living in Palm Desert and Dr. Joe and Trey. We know that you guys are going through some hardships right now with all this craziness with this pandemic. And my name is Amy, this is Fernando. Hello. And we just want to share a little music with you and hopefully lift your spirits, all right? This one's called Rise Up. You're broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see you, we gon' walk it out and move mountains. We gon' walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, in spite of the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. When the silence is quiet and it feels like it's getting hard to breathe, and I know you feel like dying, but I promise you'll take the world to its feet and move mountains. Take the world to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. I'll rise up, high like the waves. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day. I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. Oh, I'll rise up, high like the waves. We'll rise up, in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. We'll rise up. We love you guys. Mwah.
What's happening this week at the Center? We have something happening every day of the week. Make sure to join us live on our website, Facebook, or YouTube at 10 a.m. weekdays, and then Saturday, experience a reset with a guided meditation from one of our staff ministers. Be sure to mark your calendars for a Wednesday morning with Reverend Gail and Power of 8, a reoccurring weekly program at 8 a.m. via Zoom. Or maybe you're ready for a social get-together. Join the Social 8s with Reverend Cheryl and Reverend William beginning at 5 p.m. each Thursday. Are you ready to review the past and see the future? Join Dr. Joe for the annual congregation meeting March 10th at 4 p.m. This is a virtual meeting and limited to 100 people. Please call the office today and have Elizabeth add your name to the list. Continue to nourish your spiritual soul every day at CSL Palm Desert.
And now, as we move into that time of our service, where we proclaim our mission statement, so say along with me now. We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community, one that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives, one heart at a time. And now, as we move into that time of quietness, the inward reflection of ourselves, I invite you just to relax wherever you are and just allow your mind to be opened and your hearts to be open as we go into meditation.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done and everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, and everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to this present moment, here to this new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
This is what I know, that there's only one life, and that life is God's life. It is expressed as love. It is experienced as joy. I know that I am one with that divine power. And so in that knowing, right here and right now, I claim my truth. That everything that God is, I am. And so I focus now on the divine nature upon which I am created. Everywhere that I go, everyone that I see peace, love, joy. My heart is open. I freely express these emotions, these facts of life, because I know, just like ripples in a pond, that my love goes out and affects more than what I can see. So in that truth of knowing, there is great peace in my heart. And in that peace, there is gratitude. I am filled with joy and gratitude, knowing that life unfolds perfectly, that this truth that I have spoken is happening now. And in that joy and that gratitude, I release my word to the law, knowing it is perfectly done right here and right now. And together we say, and so it is.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your joy will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your peace will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your truth will light my way. And your love will light my way. And your joy will light my way. And your peace will light my way. And your truth will light my way. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om.
are at the end of February already. Can you believe it? Another month has gone by. I just know that things are moving in the right direction, that the needle's moving, so just stay with me, okay? So recently I was with some friends, and someone said to me, "Oh my God, you're a wreck." Well, he didn't say it that way. He went, "Girl, you're a wreck." And I went like, "No, are you kidding me? That's not me. I'm not a wreck, but am I? Am I a wreck?" When he said it, I was like, okay, that's no big deal. But then I got in the car and I'm thinking, oh my God, I bet some people think you're a wreck. How do you portray that image? How do you put that out there? What energy are you putting out that makes people think you're a wreck? Well, I'm just telling you a story about a friend I know who says he thinks he's a wreck. It's not really me, but that's okay. Take it for what it's worth. Be all right. Okay, so I'm a wreck. Are you? But here we go. The emotional body is like a radio, and it can be tuned in to perceive certain frequencies and to react to certain frequencies. Our emotional body has a frequency, and people tap into that frequency. And that's when they say, oh my God, you're a wreck. Why? Because I'm actually vibrating on a level of being a wreck. I'm actually vibrating to a place where I'm feeling victimized, or vibrating because I'm complaining about this or that or the other thing. No wonder. It's like the emotional body is a radio, and it just emanates this frequency and vibration. Have you ever been around somebody whose vibration is like so amazing that you just feel just totally taken in with them, and you just want to hang around them because they just feel so good? You want to invite them out to dinner and a party, and I got to be closer to this person. I want to become friends with this person. Likewise, I know people that set up this vibration. You're like, whoa, don't need to do that twice. So let's think about that. What are you portraying? The emotional body has an alarm system, and early on it perceives things, but not through the eyes. My emotional body, it's not what I see. There's something intuitive that happens, something inside of me, an emotional body that begins to perceive things, but it's not just through the eyes, it's just through a feeling. And as soon as I begin to feel this way, I don't know about you, but I feel like I have to share it with everybody. And maybe I don't have to do that. Maybe I need to look at how I'm perceiving things and listen to that alarm that's within my body that's creating this vibration. Maybe I need to look at that and go, okay, wait a minute. I need to take this emotional energy and change it so that it doesn't attract more of the same. See, the emotional energy that lives in our homes will define the frequency, and we begin to lose our innocence, freedom, happiness, and sometimes our tendencies to love unconditionally. When that emotional energy begins to take over, your house begins to crumble. Now, I'll tell you a personal story. So, Trey and I have been together 32 years, and so there was someone else before that. And I remember when that relationship was dissolving, and I remember that emotional energy that I brought into the house and that we brought into the home was very dysfunctional and very uneasy, right? And it was a frequency. And what happened is, as soon as that became the predominant energy in the house, right? As soon as that we couldn't get past certain things, as soon as the communication stopped, as soon as those things started to really become roadblocks, the emotional energy in the house, our freedom was gone, our happiness was gone, and there was just this tendency to just judge and say, I got to get the hell out of here. Instead of trying to change the way we vibrate and the way we express ourselves, we get caught up. And what I realize is a lot of that emotional energy that we begin to express as kind of, at times, woundedness or feeling upset or hurt or injured, many times, if someone doesn't respond the way we want to, our ego kicks in and it's like, oh my God, they're not treating me right. I'm right, they're wrong. And then the ego begins to change the whole paradigm of the conversation. The whole energy begins to shift. So understand this, contained in the wound is an emotional poison that returns to us as memory and fear of the future. So contained in that wound that I have with a previous relationship, if something begins to resemble it in any way, shape, or form, it triggers within me. Now, whether it's a person I'm in a relationship with, or whether a friendship or whatever, doesn't matter what type of relationship it is, but as soon as I begin to sense the type of behavior that triggered me in the past and that created that emotional wound in the past, as soon as I begin to see it, that memory comes back and I start fearing the future of engaging with this person or having any kind of conversation or communication with them. It breaks the whole process down. So some emotional wounds heal. Some we simply pass on that poison to other people. Sometimes I can heal myself, but a lot of times people don't heal themselves. I shouldn't say me. People don't heal themselves, and because of that, everyone pays the price who's now in a relationship with the person who has not healed, because they bring their unhealed relationship and emotions into this relationship, into the present time. They never allow themselves to become healed. When we do that, it's not. There is no peace. There is no peace in a relationship. When we carry around the baggage of our past, there is no way to get to that place of peace. It's only when we release that energy. It's only when we release that, and then we no longer have a power grab. We don't have to grapple for power. We don't have to think this person's right and this person's wrong, or I'm right or I'm wrong. No. We don't have to pass on our emotional poison to anyone. It's just mine, and I need to deal with it, all right? People have said to me, Dr. Joe, I want to find the perfect mate. I want to find the perfect love. I want to find the perfect relationship. I want to find the perfect situation for me. And I'm like, perfection? Does that really exist? I don't know, because if perfection existed, that would mean that I would have to be totally clear of all of my crap. Because if not, whatever I bring in it is going to make it all less than perfect anyway. So until one is healed from their pain, one is healed from whatever it is that, or the emotional scars that they may hold, until one heals that condition, there's a very high level of what I want to call self-abuse because of that image of perfection. We won't get there because we can't get there because we're our own worst enemies standing in the way of us getting there. Oh God, I hope that makes sense to you. But we are our own worst enemies in getting to that place, all right? When it comes to relationships, the need to be right is the result of trying to protect the image that we want to project on the outside. When you're in a relationship with people, many people, and I know this to be a fact for myself and other people, it's very easy to think, I need to be right. Because if I'm wrong, I will look weak or I will look less than in the eyes of the person. So I'll share a little personal story. So Trey and I were engaged in some sort of let's just say a lively conversation. We were engaged in a lively conversation. And in the process of the lively conversation, I realized I was dead wrong, right? And so I just totally retracted and went, you know what? Let's do it your way. And it wasn't condescending. I'm like, my conscience says, okay, I need to listen to you. Let's do it. He was like, wait, what? You actually just said that you're wrong? Oh my God. And I'm like, yeah, it's the new me. I'm going to do that now. I'm going to start, when I notice when I'm wrong and I feel it, I'm going to stop defending my wrongness because my ego is afraid of looking wrong in front of you. Think about that. That was a powerful moment. He was shocked. He was shocked. He opened a bottle of champagne. He thought it was a celebration time. Anyway, all right. When you love, you don't have to be right. Love is not expressing the need to be right. Love is expressing itself. Be right in the love that is expressing itself. When you love, you don't have to be right. You just have to be loving. You know, February is the month. I love February because it's all about, you know, every time I think of just the word February brings to mind this Valentine's Day. That's just what I am. It's like Valentine's Day. February, it to me is a red heart. It always has been ever since I was a little kid, right? Whether it just means that one day, but for some reason there's this connotation. So I wanted to kind of dedicate my talks in February to just being more about love, expressing more love, finding a way to eliminate all the past and the emotional stuff that we've been carried forward and allow ourselves to be more loving, more kind, more gentle. There's no requirement that we be right, but there is a requirement, I think, to be loving. And there's a way to do that. And there's a way to not carry around all that emotional stuff, to release it and finally let it go. Take it out, throw it out, and be done with it. It's no longer serving you. Your pain sometimes, your pain and your story, many times they don't continue to serve you long term, especially if they're ones that come from a state of emotional woundedness. If one comes from that place, that pain and that whatever that is you insist on carrying with you as luggage and baggage, whatever you do, it's never going to create the life you want until you let it go. See, if you were in the center right now, if we were at the church, I would say, I want you to take that emotional pain and that suffering, and I want you to think about it as like carry-on luggage, and I want you to put it into a bag, and I want you to slide it underneath the seat in front of you at the sanctuary, and then leave it when you walk out. And I wonder how many of you would leave it, or you'd look at it thinking, ooh, I better take that with me, because who would I be if I don't have that? Think about it. You're not a wreck. You're not a wreck. You just have some healing to do. I'm not a wreck. I just have healing to do. We're all feeling that way. We all have some healing to do. And February to me is the month of that idea of love and healing. So let's embrace it. Have a great day, and so end your lesson.
Well, I know you enjoyed everything that you were given today to spiritually nourish you. And so this is the time where we are asking of you to give to us financially, because this is all about the law of circulation. We give where we're spiritually fed, and that allows us to give so much to you. And we're grateful for all that you've been giving us, because it allows us to be here virtually all week long. So there are many ways that you can give. You can text your tithe to us. There's a button below where you can give through PayPal, and you can also write a check if you want. Go figure. So we appreciate your gift. You allow us to thrive. You allow us to give, and we are just grateful for whatever is on your heart to give to us today. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I am so overflowing with love and joy. It's so great to have the band back today. It's nice to see our spiritual family coming back together and able to give to you this wonderful service of inspiration, of wisdom, joy, and massive love, so that you can just fill up and have a wonderful week. And so please join me as I close with this prayer. I know right here and right now is just a place of extreme gratitude and love. Gratitude for spiritual community, gratitude for love that is unlimited, gratitude that there is a way to be able to communicate during this time and reach the hearts of so many people. And so I know that as this week stands before us, that we have a new way of seeing life, that something has lifted from our shoulders so that we can have that lightness of being and see things through the eyes of spirit, to know that love is the greatest power there is and is showing up in so many different ways within our individual lives and collectively. And so I know that with love, all things are possible. And so as a spiritual community, as we stand in that love, as we stand in the faith and the knowing that there is only one and we are all that one, working together to lift everybody up, to be in right relationship with our brothers and sisters so that we can move forward together as a family of the human that is living in this time with the knowing of the divine that is emerging through all of us collectively. And so knowing that this has been a wonderful time together and that there is so much joy pouring through all of us, I'm just grateful to anchor in that joy, to know that everything is always unfolding perfectly and that life is a gift. And I'm grateful to be in that gift with everybody here today. And so with gratitude in my heart for all that has taken place and for the way that we all show up as love and peace and compassion, I now release my word as law, knowing it is absolutely done. And so it is. Thank you.